a non-slave country, right? Since the Civil War, the majority of the time, there were these rules in place. This is what it looked like on the actual front lines of the voting rights fight in 1965 in Selma, Alabama.
The Dallas County Courthouse steps became a dramatic stage as prospective voters lined up for the registrar's office inside. The key actor was Sheriff Jim Clark. More than half of Dallas County citizens were black, but less than 1% were registered by 1965. Throughout much of the South, custom and law had long prevented blacks from registering. In Selma, the registrar's office was open only 2 days a month. Registrars would arrive late, leave early, and take long lunch hours. Few blacks who lined up would get in, and getting in was no guarantee of being registered.
Oh, no. The office is just closed today. Yeah. Register's not here. Has nothing to do with race. Oh, we just took some drop boxes out of your neighborhood. Nothing about race here. That's a clip from the amazing, the legendary PBS documentary Eyes on the Prize, which I recommend everybody watch if you can. And you can see why this is a problem and why in 1965, with a lot of pressure and blood and sweat and tears and protests, the federal government had to step in with the Voting Rights Act. Now, the Voting Rights Act had a few brilliant provisions, one being if certain states or localities or districts, not restricted to the South, we should note, with a history of discriminatory practices wanted to change their voting procedures, they had to go through a process called preclearance. The Justice Department would evaluate whether the proposed law was a harmless change or whether it was just another one of the old tricks that have ruled for so many years. The key innovation there was that they were concerned with what the effect of the law would be, the disparate impact. So no one could say, oh, wow, to be closed early because it saved money, you see. Now, conservatives gutted precisely that provision of the Voting Rights Act, right? Back in 2013, conservative Supreme Court Justice John Roberts famously writing, things have changed dramatically in the South, and throwing out the pre-clearance requirement, at least the formula for it, telling Congress to come up with a better formula for which areas should be covered by it. Now, Republicans since then have shown zero interest in doing that, even though they're in Congress. They could take it up if they wanted to. And so what it means is that court decision has set off nearly a decade of attempts to suppress the vote, battles in state after state as Republicans get back to, well, let's say, new tricks. So here we are in the year 2021. Republican governor of South Carolina, the state, I should note, for just historical accuracy, of the nullification crisis and Fort Sumter, is arguing against another federal bill, H.R. 1, that would protect and restore voting rights.